Man, oh man. Man, oh man. This week was a week. You know what I'm saying? I ended up profiting on the week, barely though. I ended up profiting like $850 or something on the week. It was a lot going on. I haven't made a video. I was supposed to do them daily. I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm back. I'm sorry. It's been a lot going on this week. I'm not going to lie. So I really haven't gotten a chance to sit down and really go over all the trades, but I'm going to do it in this video. This week in trading has been pretty garbage, if I'm being honest with you. And the crazy thing is that this week is the week I told you guys one of my goals for 2025 in my trading is to increase the amount of money I'm risking per trade, which technically increases the amount of money I'm making each trade. So this week was the first week where I started the increase. I was waiting until after the inauguration and all that stuff. That's over now. So I thought this week would be nice and smooth and easy. This week was kind of garbage. And then also I missed out on a lot of money because I either got scared or I got a little bit too greedy. I don't know. But we'll go over all that right now. It's just what just happens as in trading, honestly. No matter how long I've been doing this for like 8 years now. It just happens, and especially since I started upping my contract size. I told everybody in the inner circle to hold me accountable and not let me freaking scaredy cat out of trades because I know I have to risk more, and I'm not used to seeing that number. It's not like drastically more. I raised it by like 30% or so. But still, I was a little bit hesitant on some trades, and that made me miss out on some banger trades. And then I was also a little bit greedy with some trades where I wanted to make more. It caused me to basically make nothing on it. But we'll get into all that right now. So starting off on Monday, I didn't take any trades at all. Tuesday, I have all the trades I took with the amount I lost, the contract size I took. Both these trades, this is two different trades if you can't see it. It's two different trades I took on Tuesday here on NQ. First trade was a loss, and let's break this down. So very simple strategy, the same strategy I look for all the time. We had a double top here created on Monday, and then when London high was broken and the high of yesterday was broken, so when price broke it over here on this candlestick, I waited for a pullback down and then an entry into this candlestick for a break and retest. If you go to the 5-minute time frame, this first trade is the one that I took. So we had price trending down. Let's actually go to the 1 minute so we see a little bit better. We had price trending down here, creating a nice little trend line. It broke out of that trend line right here, but it didn't break that previous high. So I decided as soon as price broke this previous high, which is this white line, I'd enter into the trade. As you see, I entered into the trade. It brought me in. It just stopped at this high point right here, and then just reversed down completely and took me out of the trade. But it still respected my zone here, and we were actually creating higher lows in the zone. So we had this low, then we had this low, and this low, and all three of these lows, well, these two of these lows are higher than this low. So it's still showing me that it was respecting my same zone. So I decided to re-enter on the trade. I re-entered when it broke above this swing high, this little double top it made here on the 1 minute time frame. Re-entered right back on it. Very similar entry to my previous one. Stop loss below the low of the candlestick that I entered on, or the swing low of the candlesticks before I entered on. Had the same TP levels. Originally, actually, I was going for a full TP up here, but I decided to just close it out here at a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Originally, it was supposed to be a little bit higher. It was supposed to be all the way up here, which would have been closer to a 3-to-1. But on the first trade, we lost $3,900 roughly. I took 3 contracts on this. It was 260 ticks. Another 3 contract trade on this one. The stop loss was a little bit smaller, just 4 ticks smaller. Went for the same TP level. Made close to $8,000 on this trade. Minus fees and stuff, $7,900 on this trade. And this was on Monday. I believe that was the only trade I took on Monday, if I recall. I think the YM trades I was going to take was on Monday. No. I think the only trade I took, that was on Tuesday. But, here. I was going to take this trade on NG, but it messed me up. I wanted a rejection off of this zone right down here, or right up here, sorry. Simple break and retest. If we go to the hourly, we can see this. I didn't actually take this trade. It would have hit beautifully though, but the reason I did not take it is because the risk to reward ratio was not at least a 2-to-1. I wanted it to be at least a 2-to-1. I had to target these lows right down here because that is the low point when price started reversing up. I didn't think price would sell all the way down here. So I decided to not even hop into this trade right here, but it would have hit. I would have been able to make at least probably $8,000 on this trade right here, but nonetheless, didn't get to take that trade. Now on to the next day. If we scroll forward and go to this then Wednesday, we took this trade here on NG. Everything lined up beautifully. Very similar setup actually to that NQ one I just went over, where we had a break of this London high point. You see we broke above it right here. And all I was waiting for was price to break above it, retest it to the downside, and then buys off of it. We got exactly that. If we look here on the 1 minute time frame, price tapped into our zone here. It created a high point right here, but I wanted a little bit more confirmation before I hopped into it, so I didn't hop in on a break of this one. I wanted to hop in on a break of this candlestick right here, but then you see price was just consolidating here, and this was all during the live call. So this was during the live call in the mornings. I always pray when we start off our live call, so all this chop was really happening during when I was praying. So I didn't really get to see all the chop or get to enter into the trade, I should say, because I would have technically just entered right when it broke above here. But I was praying at the time, so I didn't actually see this was happening. But it started creating this little chop on the 1 minute time frame. So I decided to enter when it broke above this chop, this little chop area that it was creating. So I entered above here, stop loss above, below this swing low right here, a couple take profit levels. First one being this high point right here, second one being this high point. My full TP was all the way up here to kind of match up with this high point that we had the previous day. As you see, price absolutely blasted up. And the crazy thing is, if we go bring up this RSI right here, this is on the live call, like I said. So we were in this trade, and it was slow, but then we had huge volume right here on this candlestick, and this candlestick, where it hit our TP1 and TP2 within the matter of 2 minutes. And that usually doesn't happen with NG. NG is a slow-moving asset. If you guys have traded NG before, you know it moves extremely slow. So that threw me off, and looking at the RSI, we were extremely overbought. So I literally said, if anyone was in the inner circle, y'all remember this, and on that live call, I literally said, it's about to reverse right now. I should probably close my trade out and just take my wins right here, because I knew it would have to retrace. But I didn't close it out because I thought price would retrace onto this high right here, this high point right here. As you see, it did retrace here and respected it, but it couldn't hold it, and it ended up selling through it. And I'd moved my stop loss to break even. So right when it came back to our entry, it took me out at break even. This was, I literally said I should close it out. There's so many things that told me I should just close my trade out early, take my profits, maybe wait for a re-entry later on. But I did not listen to myself and ended up losing out on this money. At this point, I was up. I want to say I was up like six or 7,000 right here, and it just reversed down, took me out at break even. Can't be mad about it. It just comes with the game. It just happens. Like I said, the price action this week just hasn't been really that good at all, unfortunately. But fast forward on to Wednesday on the other indices. I don't know if I took, we took ES, and I lost $3,225 here on ES. I didn't really love this setup, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know why I took it. I probably should not have taken it, but it gave me a nice consolidation. So the setup exactly was, we had this high point on London session on Tuesday. This trade was taken on Wednesday. We had this London session high point on Tuesday. It respected it on Tuesday, and I usually don't take break and retest after it's respected it already. I don't know why I did it this time. I think I was just eager to hop into a trade or something. I don't know. But we had a beautiful trend line right down here on the 1 minute time frame. Absolutely gorgeous trend line. Multiple rejections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rejections on this trend line. And then we created this high point right here and then sold off and tapped into my zone. So I waited until price broke above this high point right here to enter me into the trade. It literally wicked me into the trade right here and then instantly reversed. I literally caught the freaking top, which happens very rarely, but it's happened to me twice in the past 2 weeks. If you guys remember the last video I think I put out, it happened to me then as well. But it reversed. I thought it was going to instantly take us out the trade, but it gave us a little bit of saving grace and wicked back up. But obviously me seeing price go back up, I'm like, okay, it's still respecting my zone here, which is a good analysis, a good thought process to have. I'm like, it's still respecting my zone right now. This is about to blast off, and we're going to hit full TP. Blasted off, got us in green for a little bit. Could not hold above this area right here. Consolidated, absolutely sold down. Now, the crazy thing is I probably should not have taken this as well, because this is when news that did come out. If you look at this candlestick right here, this is FOMC. When FOMC came out, sold down heavily, took us out the trade. I'm not saying it wouldn't have taken me out the trade without news, because we were already kind of right there. But I just shouldn't have taken it. It was a lot of news this week, a lot of earnings reports coming out this week. So that's probably why the price action was just absolutely dog water, and I didn't get to take a lot of trades at all. But I'm still happy we ended it green, like 800 something bucks. I went to the Rolex store. I bought myself a freaking Rolex. I didn't buy myself a Rolex. I bought my dad a Rolex for his birthday. But I planned on this week paying for the Rolex. That was not the case, unfortunately. Next week we'll make it back, obviously. I hope so. We have some better price action. But YM here on, what was this? Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday is when I chickened out of this trade. This was a beautiful trade. It did exactly what I wanted. You see, I had the path drawn out already. I wanted price to come and tap into my low point right down here, then buy up. It tapped into my low point, bought up, had a break of structure, which was this, would have entered me in, and we would have hit full TP very fast. This would have been a crazy, probably like $13,000 or $14,000 trade, but didn't take it because I chickened out. I think it's because I'm upping my contract size, or I upped my contract size. I think that's why I chickened out. I don't know. That's the excuse I'm going to go with. But that was all the trades I took for the most part. We lost $3,225 on ES here. NQ, first trade, we lost $3,900. Second trade, we won around $8,000. NG, break even on this trade right here that we just went over. And I didn't take this one. I didn't check it out of this one. I just didn't take this one because it's a 1.67 to 1 risk to reward ratio, which I like having a much higher risk to reward ratio to enter into trades. At least a 2 to 1 or close to a 2 to 1. If it's like a 1.9 to 1 risk to reward ratio, I'll take that as well if it's a really good setup. But that was my trades for the week. This is a weekly recap. Usually I do them daily, but it's just been so much going on, and I really haven't had that many trades this week. So I just compiled it all into one weekly thing. But hopefully me doing these videos is very insightful for you guys. You guys can see the background or the true kind of thought process of a profitable trader, or whatever you want to call me. Like I said, I've been doing this for a very long time. And I like using this channel and these videos as kind of my own trading journal, my own personal trading journal, but sharing it with you guys so you guys can see as well and maybe make the same decisions, maybe improve your trading by watching these videos and things like that. But yeah, love making these videos, cannot lie to you, and love watching them back. We absolutely killed it on crypto inside the inner circle. Even though markets were trash as far as indices, obviously people have still been killing it inside the indices with them trading themselves, or a lot of people got out the trades at TP1s or TP2s, so a lot of people made money even on that NG trade where I had break even. We had a lot of people killing it in crypto, like I said, with our crypto futures coach. Every single trade I took, as you see here, was sent out. Like every single trade that I do send out is sent inside of here, inside of my inner circle. We're live on the calls every single morning. If you guys want the opportunity to join the inner circle, you guys can hit the link inside the description down below to come trade live with us. Come say what's up. We literally provide you with everything that you need. We have 2 other profitable traders that are sending out trades. We have Scalp, we have Canary. Oh, I took another trade. Scalp sent out a trade, a chop box trade. I don't think I have it on my chart here, but I made like $2,000. I made $2,000 on it, a little bit less. I think like $1,090 on it, but I didn't count that inside my calculations and things. So I actually made probably close to $2,500 this week, including Scalp's trade. And then I made some crypto plays as well and some options plays, but we're not going to count that. We're talking about the freaking indices today. But if y'all want to get access to the inner circle, hit the link inside the description down below. I'll see you guys inside the next video. Y'all have a blessed rest of y'all morning, night, day, evening, whatever time it is for you. Next week, we're going to absolutely kill it. It's a new month. I told the inner circle to really focus on looking over your trades, looking over your journals. Look at the similarities between your wins and your losses, and double down on the things that you see in your winners, and double down and cut out on the things that you see inside of all your losses. That'll help you out drastically, especially if you're journaling as consistent as you should be. But yeah, I'll see you guys inside of the next week, and I'll see some of y'all inside the inner circle.